Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. Good morning, students. Welcome you all to a very fine morning. Hope so. All are safe and healthy. So, children, if you remember, in the last video, we have discussed about Geography Chapter 9 Trade. And now in this videos, we are going to discuss about History Chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. So in this video of History Chapter 7, Science and Technology, we'll be dealing with Introduction, Indian Atomic Energy Commission and Heavy Water Project. So let's start up with Introduction. We will study the introduction part of Science and Technology. What is exactly science and technology? Science and technology is an interdisciplinary topic encompassing science, technology, and their interactions. Science is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of explanations, predictions about nature and the universe. Now, what is technology? Technology is the collection of techniques and processes used in the production of goods and services, or the accomplishment of objectives such as scientific investigation. So, children, in this chapter, we shall study India's achievements in the area of science and technology. Also, we are going to learn about the important institutions in the areas of science and technology and their contributions. Further, we'll be dealing with Indian Atomic Energy Commission. Let's have some information on Indian Atomic Energy Commission. The Indian Atomic Energy Commission was set up on 10th August 1948 under the late Department of Scientific Research. A resolution passed by Government of India later replaced the commission by Atomic Energy Commission of India on 1st May 1958 under the Department of Atomic Energy with more financial and executive powers, headquarters in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The functions of Atomic Energy Commission are to organize research in atomic science in the country, to train atomic scientists in the country, to promote nuclear research in Commission's own laboratories in India, to undertake protesting of atomic minerals in India and to extract such minerals for use on industrial scale. So this was about Indian Atomic Energy Commission. Further, we'll see India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, wanted to nurture a scientific temper and bring about the nation's progress. From this perspective, he set up Indian Atomic Energy Commission on 10th August 1948. Dr. Homi Bhabha was appointed as the first chairman of this commission. The objectives of the commission were set up to produce electricity from atomic energy, increase the yield of food grains, and make them last longer. Set up the technology for achieving the developed nanotechnology. In 1956, the Department of Atomic Energy set up Apsara, a nuclear reactor functioning on atomic energy. In 1969, an atomic power station was set up at Tarapur. A reactor research center was set up at Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu to successfully use thorium for generating atomic power. The role of reactors is important in developing atomic power. Heavy water projects. Factories manufacturing heavy water needed for generation of atomic power were set up Vadodara, Talcher, Tuticorin, Kota, etc. An institution called Heavy Water Project, which was set up to carry out research on manufacturing heavy water within the country. It was laterly named as Heavy Water Boards. So children, in this video we have discussed about introduction, Indian Atomic Energy Commission and heavy water projects. In the next video, we'll be dealing with Dhruva Nuclear Reactor and Nuclear Power Commission of India. Children, continue with your exercise before starting up with the next video. Have a good day. Two things to remember in life are: take care of your thoughts when you are alone, and take care of your words when you are with people. Good morning, students. Welcome you all to today's next video. So children, we have already started up in the last video with History Chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. So in the last video, we have discussed about Introduction of Science and Technology, Indian Atomic Energy Commission and Heavy Water Projects. In this video, we'll be dealing with Dhruva Nuclear Reactor and NPCIL, that is Nuclear Power Corporation of India. Indian scientists achieved major landmark in atomic energy program with Dhruva. Dhruva would be largest research reactor in the world. Dhruva will also produce radioisotopes that will have uses in industry and biotechnology. So in 1985, a completely Indian made nuclear reactor called Dhruva was started at Trombay near Mumbai. The Dhruva nuclear reactor uses uranium as fuel. At this center, 350 radioactive substances are produced. They are used in industry, agriculture, and medicines. Now let's see about Nuclear Power Corporation of India, that is NPCIL. This company was set up in 1987 to generate electricity from atomic energy. The objective of the company is to master and develop the technology to generate safe, cheap, and environmental profitable powers and make the country self-sufficient. So children, in this video we have discussed about Dhruva Nuclear Reactor, Nuclear Power Corporation of India, and in the last video we have discussed about heavy water projects. In the coming video, we'll be dealing with nuclear test. In that, we'll be seeing two types of test. First one, first nuclear test, and the second nuclear test. Children, continue with your eye exercise before starting up with the next video. Positive things evoke more energy, more initiative, and more happiness. Good morning, student. Welcome to today's next video. Children, we have also already started up with History Chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. In the last video, children, we have discussed about Dhruva Nuclear Reactor, Nuclear Power Corporation of India, that is NPCIL, and heavy water projects. In this video, we'll be dealing with nuclear test. In that, we'll be seeing about the first nuclear test and the second nuclear test. First, let's have some information on nuclear test. Underground nuclear testing is the test detonation of nuclear weapon that is performed underground. From then until the signing of the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty in 1996, most nuclear tests were performed underground in order to prevent nuclear fallout from entering into the atmosphere. So, let's see further about first nuclear test at Pokhran. India successfully performed her first nuclear test at Pokhran in Rajasthan on 18th May 1974 in consonance with the policy of using nuclear energy for peaceful purpose and for self-sufficiency. The reason why India took this decision was China's nuclear capability and Pakistan's desperate efforts to acquire nuclear weapons with China's help. Dr. Homi Setna, the chairman of the Indian Atomic Energy Commission, and Raja Ramanna, director of the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, played a major role in conducting this nuclear test. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi took the decision of carrying nuclear explosions. Pokhran was chosen on the basis of required criteria for the location of nuclear test, far away from human settlement and no groundwater reserves. Now children, let's discuss about the second nuclear test. On 11th May 1998, India carried out its second nuclear test to prove its nuclear preparedness. 3 tests were done on this day. One of them was of hydrogen bomb. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee assured that there would be no first use of nuclear weapons by India, but USA imposed economic sanctions on India immediately. So, this was about the nuclear test, first nuclear weapon test and the second nuclear test. So, in this video, we have discussed about this children. In the next video, we'll be dealing with missile development, Prithvi, Agni. These are the 2 missiles which we are going to deal in the next video. Children, continue with your exercise before starting up with the next video. Have a good day, children. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Good morning, student. Welcome to a very fine morning. Hope so all are safe and healthy. Children, we have already started up with history chapter 7, that is science and technology. In the last video, we have discussed about nuclear test, first nuclear test, second nuclear test. In this video, children, will be dealing with missile development, Prithvi, Agni. These are the 2 missiles which we are going to study now in this video. Let's see something on missile technology now. Established in April 1987, the Voluntary Missile Technology Control Regime aims to limit the spread of ballistic missiles and other unmanned delivery system that could be used for chemical, biological and nuclear attacks. Iran, India, North Korea and Pakistan continue to advance their missile programs. Now let's see about the missile Prithvi. In 1988, India successfully tested the missile Prithvi, and in 1989, the missile Agni. The entire world took note of India's program of developing nuclear missiles indigenously. Integrated Guided Missile Development Program IGMDP was convinced by and carried out under the leadership of APJ Abdul Kalam. Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, undertook the task of building the missiles. Prithvi 1, a surface-to-surface ballistic missile, was given to the Army. Prithvi 2 was given to the Air Force, while Prithvi 3 was given to Navy. Prithvi had the capacity to carry nuclear weapons of 500 to 1000 kg. Prithvi could travel a distance of 150 to 300 kilometers due to nuclear ballistic missile. Now let's see about the Agni. In order that China and Pakistan get an idea of India's missile strength and India's borders remain secure, Agni 1 was tested. This military missile had a range of 700 kilometers. Later, Agni 2 and Agni 3 were also in process. So children, this was about the missile development, and we have seen information of two missiles, that is Prithvi and Agni. So in this video we have discussed about missile development, Prithvi, Agni, etc. In the next video children, we will be dealing with Akash missile, Nag missile and space research. Continue with your exercise children before starting up with your work. A positive attitude gives you power over your circumstances instead of your circumstances having power over you. Good morning student. Welcome to today's next video. In the last video children, we have discussed about missile development, Prithvi and Agni. In this video, we will be dealing with Akash missile, Nag missile and space research. Let's have some information on Akash missile and Nag missile. Let's have first information on Akash missile. Akash is a medium-range mobile surface-to-air missile defense system developed by Defense Research and Development Organization and produced by Bharat Dynamic Limited for missile systems. Now let's see about Nag missile. Nag meaning cobra is an anti-tank guided missile that can destroy enemy tanks miles away, one of the world's finest in its class. The all-weather missile with day and night capabilities come in 4 variants that can be launched from land and air. The Fire and Forget missile is developed by DRDO under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, which is IGMDP, which also include 4 other missiles like Agni, Akash, Prithvi. In 1990, the missile Akash was developed to fire from land into air. This missile has a capacity to carry 720 kg explosives to supersonic speed and a range of 30 kilometers. The missile Nag was made in order to destroy the tanks of the enemy. It is of the fire and forget type. India has military become secure due to production of missiles. Now children, let's discuss some more about space research. In 1961, Indian National Committee for Space Research, that is NCSR, launched India's first research rocket from Tumba, Equatorial Launch Center in Tumba in the state of Kerala. In 1969, our indigenously built rocket Rohini 75 was successfully launched. The next stage was the successful launch of first Indian satellite named Aryabhatta in 1975 with the help from Soviet Union. This success proved that Indian scientists can indigenously build and launch a satellite. Indian scientists were confident that they could acquire the technology for sending a message from the Earth station and to assist the working of the satellite. So children, In this video, we have discussed about Akash missile, Nag missile and space research. In the next video, we'll be dealing with Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, and Bhaskar 1. Continue with your eye exercise, children, before starting up with the next video. Have a good day, children. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. Good morning, student. Welcome to a very fine morning. Hope so. All are safe and healthy. So, children, we have already started up with History Chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. In the last video, children, we have discussed about Akash missile, Nag missile and space research. In this particular video, we'll be dealing with Indian Space Research Organization, we also call it as ISRO, and Bhaskar 1. Let's have first some information on Indian Space Research Organization, which is ISRO. The Indian Space Research Organization, or is National Space Agency of Republic of India, headquartered in Bengaluru. It operates under Department of Space, which is directly overseen by the Prime Minister of India, while Chairman of ISRO act as executive of DOS as well. After the success of the basic program in space research and rocket-related project, Indian Space Research Organization was established on 15th August 1969 in order to carry out further space research. The headquarters of ISRO are at Bengaluru. ISRO activated the space station at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh for launching our satellite in space. So children, it was about Indian Space Research Organization. Now in the next video, we'll be seeing about Bhaskar 1. India launched remote sensing experimental satellite Bhaskar 1 from the Soviet Union in 1979 in order to observe various things on the surface of the earth by remote sensing technology. This remote sensing technology would be useful for India's development by regarding water bodies, mineral deposits and forecasting weather. The photos taken with the help of this technology about the bowels of the earth, environment and forest were important. Another area in which the information from this satellite was useful was oceanography. In 1981, Bhaskar 2 was launched from Soviet Union. So children, this was about Bhaskar 1. So children, in this video, we have discussed about Indian Space Research Organization, Bhaskar 1. And in the next video, children, we'll be dealing with Apple Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment, Indian National Satellite and Technological Progress. So continue with your exercise, children, before starting up with the next video. Have a good day, children. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is to win or lose. Good morning, student. Welcome to today's next video. We have already started up with History Chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. Let's go further in this chapter. So in the last video, we have discussed about Indian Space Research Organization and Bhaskar 1. In this video, we'll be dealing with Apple, that is Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment, and Indian National Satellite Technological Progress. So in this video, we'll be dealing with these three terms majorly. Now let's see about Apple Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment. In August 1983, the satellite was launched. But let's see about first Apple, that is Ariane Passenger Payload Experiment. The first completely indigenous but satellite by ISRO in India. Apple was launched on 19th June 1981 from the French Guiana. Apple was beneficial in the field of education. The objective of providing emergency telecommunication services was successful. Now let's see about Indian National Satellite. In August 1983, the satellite INSAT 1B was launched in space. Because of this satellite, a major revolution came about in the areas of telecommunication, television, radio, weather forecasting, and space research in India. Due to INSAT 2007, Akashvani or radio stations could be connected to each other. This mechanism was able to useful for research and rescue of people caught in some disaster like a shipwreck or airplane crash, for forecasting weather. To look for and follow cyclones or storms in the field of telemedicine and educational institutions. The telemedicine services enable the population from remote areas to get advice and treatment from experts, doctors. Public primary health center in village have been connected with super speciality hospitals through INSAT. So this was about Indian National Satellite. Now let's see about technological progress. A factory manufacturing railway engines Chitranjan Locomotive Works was set up at Chitranjan in Burdwan district in West Bengal. Steam engines, electrical engines and engines running on diesel were manufactured here. The first diesel engine was manufactured at the diesel locomotive work at Varanasi. India started exporting railway engines to Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Tanzania and Vietnam. So children, in this video we have discussed about Apple, Indian National Satellite technological progress. In the coming video children, we'll be dealing with TELEX service, satellite communication center and PINCODE. Continue with your exercise children before starting up with the next video. Your smile will give you a positive countenance that will make people feel comfortable around you. Good morning student. Welcome you all to a very fine morning. Hope so all are safe and healthy. So children, we have already started up with History chapter 7, that is Science and Technology. In the last video children, we have discussed about Ariane passenger payload experiment, which is also known as Apple. We have also discussed about Indian National Satellite and technological progress. In this video children, we'll be dealing with TELEX services, satellite communication center and PIN codes. Let us start up with TELEX services. The Department of Telecommunication under the Ministry of Communications started the TELEX service in 1963 to transmit typed messages from one part of the country to another rapidly. So children, this was one of the particular part of TELEX services. This was the first time in 1963 we started up to send the messages which were typed in the mobile. In 1969, the TELEX services started in Devangari script in Delhi. Later, it spread all over the country. This service began to be used in different fields. With the rise of internet after 1990, the significance of this service reduced. Truly speaking, when the internet came in front, definitely everything became online. So telex service, which was started in 1963, only the text message was being typed, got an reduction in its service due to internet. Further, we'll be dealing with Satellite Communications Center. In order to establish satellite communication with the help of artificial satellite, a domestic satellite communication, each Earth station was established in 1967 at Jodhpur, Thekra, near Ahmedabad. This made it easy to train scientists and technicians in setting up and running an Earth station within the country. In 1970, a center was established at RV near Pune, children, equipped for international telecommunications services. So this was about the Satellite Communications Center. Now, let's discuss about PINCODE. From 15th August 1972, the Post and Telegraph Department started the 6-digit PIN code system in the country. Now, what is this PIN code system, children? If you remember, while writing anything, most probably nowadays when we fill the form, we require PIN code. So, PIN code is a code which is being given to each and every state by the government of India. The postal index code was intended to bring efficiency in disturbing the mail. In this system, the country was divided into 9 regions. The first digit of the PIN code indicate the region. The second digit indicate the sub-region. The third digit shows the main disbursement developed district, while the remaining 3 digits show the location of the local post office. For Maharashtra, we have 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 are the first 2 digits. In 1986, the spread of postal services was started to send postage rapidly. So children, this was about the PIN code in this lesson. Now, in this video, we have discussed about telex services, satellite communications center, and PIN code. In this next video, children, we'll be dealing with international subscriber dialing telephone service, mobile, and Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. Continue with your eye exercise, children, before starting up with the next video. Have a good day, children. Work hard, stay positive, and get up early. It's the best part of the day. Good morning, student. Welcome to a new fine morning. Hope so. All are safe and healthy. We have already started up with History, Chapter 7, Science and Technology. And today we are towards the end of this chapter. In the last video, children, we have discussed about telex service, satellite communications center, and PIN code. In this video, we'll be discussing about international subscriber dialing telephone service, mobile, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. Let's see first about international subscriber dialing telephone service. all the three parts, let it be mobile, BSNL or ISD, that is International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service, all are related to the phones only, children. Let's see first about ISD. In 1972, Overseas Communication Service was established in Mumbai for the management of international telecommunications service. In 1976, the International Subscriber Dialed Telephone Service was started to connect Mumbai and London directly on phone. Alongside the telephone service like TELEX, teleprinters and radio images were started. In 1986, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is VSNL, took a big leap in the field. Before that, Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited, that was MTNL, which is still working, VSNL is also still working, was a public sector company for giving telephone service in big cities. In 1990s, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited held the distinction of being the main internet service provider in India. The contribution of Sam Pitroda in this field is significant. So this was about ISD, that is International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service. We have seen when it started, it connected between Mumbai and London directly. It was there in 1976, and further we see about VSNL and MTNL. Now let's see about the mobiles over here. On 22nd August 1994, the mobile phone service started in India. At this time, a mobile handset was costing rupees 45,000 and calling was at rupees 17 per minute. By 1990, many private companies came in this field. This made the service cheaper. Now, you would have heard, children, from your parents, or you would have heard from other sources, that when the mobile phone started, the starting range of it was very high. Just imagine 45,000 the cost of the handset was there, and the calling rates were rupees 17 per minute. Now, the next is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, which is also called as BSNL. In 2000, the telecommunication department was restructured. The responsibility to make policy decision was retained with the telecom department, and BSNL, that is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, was established to actually provide the services to consumers. Along with the telephone service, cellular phone, internet, broadband services were also made available. So this all things were possible because of BSNL, that is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. So in this video, children, we have discussed about ISD, that is International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service. Then we have seen about the mobiles. When it started, the cost of the handset was 45,000 and the calling rate was 17 per minute. And we have seen about the Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. In the next video, children, we will be dealing with Oil and Natural Gas Commission and Railway and Technology. Continue with your eye exercise before starting up with the next video. A strong positive self-image is the best possible preparation for success. Good morning, student. Welcome you all to today's next video. In the last video, children, we have already discussed about ISD, that is International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service. We have seen about the mobiles and Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. In this video, children, we will be dealing with Oil and Natural Gas Commission, that is ONGC, and Railway and Technology. Let's start up with Oil and Natural Gas Commission. In 1956, the Oil and Natural Gas Commission was established to search for the deposits of mineral oil and natural gas and to increase their production. After Digboi in Assam, mineral oil deposits were found in Ankleshwar area in Gujarat. Later, mineral oils and natural gas deposits were found in Gulf of Khambat in Gujarat. Definitely children, we need to search where are which we have oil and natural gas commission. So this was the places where we got the oil and natural gas commission, that is ONGC. In 1974, the oil and natural gas commission started digging on the oil well in Bombay High area with the help of Russian scientists by a drill ship called Sagar Samrat. From 1975, mineral oil and natural gas became to be extracted from here. Later, more than 8,500 oil wells and 33 natural gas wells dug eventually in this area began to contribute 38% of total mineral oil production in the country and met 14% of country's demand for crude oil. So this was about ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Commission. Now let's see about railways and technology. The technology adopted by railways has a big role in the history of modern India. In order to bring efficiency, accuracy, and coordination in the reservation system in rail travel, computerized reservation systems were started for the first time in Delhi in 1984. In the same year, the metro was started in Kolkata. So this is about railways children. If you see, you can see the metro were also started over here in Kolkata, and in Delhi they started up with computerized reservation system. In this way, India has been making progress in the field of science and technology. New inventions have been made. India is an important 21st century nation which has always used technology for establishing peace in the world. India is making all these advancements in order to be the foremost among nations in 21st century. So this was about the railways and technology children. Now we are towards the end of this chapter. So in this video children, we have discussed about the ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Commission, railways and technology. So this was about History Chapter 7, Science and Technology. Children, let's have a little flashback what we have done in this chapter. We started off with introduction, Indian Atomic Energy Commission we have seen. After that, we saw about Dhruva Nuclear Reactor, Nuclear Power Corporation of India, that is NPCIL. Then we saw nuclear test. What are nuclear tests? Then we have gone through first nuclear test at Pokhran, second nuclear test also. Then we have seen about the missile development, Prithvi, Agni, Akash and Nag missiles. Then we saw about space research, then ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, Bhaskar, Apple, Indian National Satellite, Technological Progress, TELEX Services, Satellite Communications Center, PINCODE, International Subscriber Dialing Telephone Service, Mobile, BSNL, that is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Commission, and Railways and Technology. So children, in the next video, we'll be dealing with the next chapter. In the next chapter, we shall learn about progress India has made in the field of commerce and trade. Continue with your eye exercise children before starting up with the next video. Have a good day children.